going to take a look at an application of class methods called constructors. These are basically every time you load this class, you create objects based off of that template. And inside, we're going to put a constructor. This is what information we're storing into this instance of the template, which is our class person. So what if I wanted to have a default value for all names ever in this every time I create a person, there has to be a default name. So what if I want the default name to be unknown? So that way when I look through my database and see that there's a bunch of objects that are with the name unknown, it means that they're not filled in. I never used them. So let's take a look how we do this. Well, essentially, with a default constructor, we define the type like we've been doing, the type of method it is really, and then give it the name of the class itself. So this class is called person, so we're actually going to make it called the method. We're basically taking the class and making it a method. So we're going to call it public person, open up our curved brackets. So now basically every single time someone calls the person class, this method is going to run saying that it's going to automatically set this. So I want this dot name, we've been using this dot name is going to be equal to some default value. I'm going to say it's going to be unknown. And there we go. So it's going to always set the name to unknown unless we change it. Now, what if I wanted it to always accept an input all the time? So I can also do public, again, give it the same name, but this time we're going to give it a parameter. So since the name is a string, I'm going to do the string after name, like we said earlier. Open this up, and inside we are going to say that we want this dot name to be equal to fname. And there we go. Now in here, this method is undefined for the type person. Go back here, we did not have any method that says set name. So this was from the previous example. We instead are not going to use that. What we are going to do is get rid of this. And we are going to, like we have our main method open, we're going to create a person1, set it equal to new person, and now when we did this, the name, the one dot name is going to be equal to unknown. And now what I can also do is set one dot name equal to a name. So now I'm working with it, Solar. If I was to create another person too, but this time say that it is a new person, but right from one line I can start filling in my argument for this and say Ali. So what I'm doing here is actually doing these two steps together in one. And I can do the same like I've been doing with the other one. I can also just call this one and set it equal to Ali as well. And that will also work. So with this, the person.name is not visible. With this, it's not visible as well, because we made this variable private in the previous example. So just for this tutorial's sake, we're going to change this to public. Otherwise, you guys would need to use the set and get that we talked about previously. Alright, so that is how you really use default constructors, how to work with them, and definitely if you are using a private, you want to take a step further and keep your variables private, and then try to use the function, the methods, the set and get name that we talked about earlier, then definitely go for it. It's really good practice. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.